Hello, party people. Thanks for joining. I'm excited today because a couple of weeks ago, I received a package from I Am 8-Bit. That would be the Annapurna Interactive Collection. This is the Annapurna Interactive Deluxe Limited Edition Collection for Nintendo Switch. Sold out now, unfortunately, but it's really cool. It's got 12 games, complete on the disc, right on the cart. It comes with, this big old box thing. You get a soft case. I might put my light in there. Comes with a 4-cart holder here. So that's all right. That's not really the big deal of this, though. We've got the games with this little, paper cover here. This beautiful box. Comes with 12 games: Donut County, Gorogoa, Hindsight, I Am Dead, If Found, Kentucky Route Zero TV Edition, Neon White, Sayonara Wild Hearts, Solar Ash, The Artful Escape, The Pathless, and What Remains of Edith Finch. Now, some of these games I have already played. Some have released, on their own elsewhere. But it's the first time 4 games have been released physically. For Hindsight, I Am Dead, If Found, and Solar Ash. So what we get in here is, of course, the game, which we're going to open up here in just a second. You get this art book here. And it's got forward by Nathan Gary. And then it's got a little some art and a little write-up. Where's my camera? That's Gorogoa right there, which I have played and completed. It's off my backlog. Yeah, it's got just this cool art for all the different games and some details written in there. And it's really cool. I'm a sucker for any physical edition that comes with a nice art book or, an album, the soundtrack. That's what I like. I don't always like all little tchotchkes and toys and statuettes and folded up posters and stuff, but art book or soundtrack, I'm in. So we got the game. Let's open it up. Boom. Boom. All right. Inside's pretty plain, but not a big deal. We've got the cart here. We're going to pop this in, and we're going to play Edith Finch today. Let's get that in there. Let's see. We don't need me to be so big. Maybe we could throw me. I don't know what the best place is going to be. But we'll figure that out. All right. Let's. Adjustments seem to be pretty good. As you can see, all the games occupied my Switch. Right here. Got them all. They just fill it all up. And if we go to What Remains of Edith Finch, I've never played this. I know it's like a crime to not have played this. Everybody's played this. I have not played this yet. So we're going to take a look. We're going to get going here. I probably won't have too much commentary during this, maybe a little bit, but it's a story-driven game basically, so I don't want to talk over it too much. We're already here. I think I can't do anything but look around at the moment, which is beautiful. I'll take that. I'm just amazing to see how far we've come with games. Especially water. I remember water was the big deal for a while. You get a new system or, you know, game and they like, look at the water. We've got this little journal in here. Huh. Got my hand in the cast. I'm not sure why. Alright. I don't know the controls. That seems to zoom in. Close the book.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you. And I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
We're walking along.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
I loved Life is Strange, the Arcadia Bay collection, but I wish it looked this good.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
Like my next door neighbor's mailbox. Alright. The family tree, I assume? I surprisingly don't know much about this game. I've somehow made it this far in my life over these years without knowing too much about this game, even though I know it was all the talk for a while. Gotta go off. Not gonna change it.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
No trespassing. Property is protected by video surveillance. Trespassers will be prosecuted. Well, guess they're watching me.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
I love the background sound. Especially with the headphones in.
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
Get out of here. Alright. Don't want to scare you away. Come here, Bucky Buck. Big antlers. A 10-pointer? Ooh! Don't go away. I want to be your friend. Can I ride you like in Zelda?
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Alright, house, you got some explaining to do. How far can I go off course? Well, let me just keep going. No. We got our first invisible wall there. What's... Huh. There's so many little details in here, though. Like, you could get just lost looking around.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
Holy shit. That is a handyman's dream. That's what the realtor would call it. I don't know. I don't know how safe I'd feel up there on those stilts.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Yeah, well, no shit. I mean, it does not look safe. Garage, it looks like my garage door. I remember several years ago, I learned about this house that, like, the owner, something was wrong with them, obviously, mentally, but they just kept adding on and building on to the house. They would have stairs that would go to nothing, doors that would just open to a drop off or to a wall. They just couldn't stop building in this house. Anytime I hear something like that, I just think undiagnosed carbon monoxide poisoning. I interact. I don't know how much stuff I can interact with. I love those wind chimes. Little stutter there. That's all right. Want me to go through here? Yes, we
Crawling
can.
through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Glad it let me do that. All the old cookbooks. Book of mushrooms. What else do we have in here? There's gotta be some cool stuff in here, right? Old kiddie pool. Ah, the house door's open. This was not a very secured.
The power had been turned off the night we left.
Not a very secured home. Fishing poles. I want to get to that car. They really made this environment feel like a real home, you know, like it's been lived in. That's really no easy feat. That's pretty.
For the first time in years,
Yeah. This goes back to 2010. What do we have? Dawn, Lewis, Edie. Lewis is dead, they said, right? Milton, Edith. Alright.
I felt like I was home.
This is too real for me. I don't know.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Lovely memory of Lewis Finch. Wow. He was only 22 when he died. Gennady was 21 when he died because he didn't make it to his 22nd birthday. Ah. so much to look at. What the hell was that? Why did it take me so long to play this game? Flour, salt, water, yeast. Didn't you have that book in the garage? Reuse these assets? Come on. Maybe that's why it's in the garage. They didn't need 2 copies. Good table. I gotta lean. I can't see. It's gonna take me a long time to finish this game because I can't stop just looking at everything. Oh, more flour, salt, water, yeast. Flowers of India. Yeah, these are all repeat books.
Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
Nice stove.
Or how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Sounds good. Is there a way to turn the lights back on? Would that have been in the garage? Or the utility room? Is there a breaker box in here? Kayak. Don't see fuse box or any sort of control for the electricity, so I guess I'm just gonna keep going. Like I said, I don't even know.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left.
So we don't know why they left in such a hurry. I don't even know if this is just a purely narrative game or if there's puzzles. I don't know. I'm kind of just trying to experience this. I didn't want to spoil anything. Figured it was a miracle I made it this far without being spoiled on exactly what this game is, so don't look into it too much. That's beautiful. I could live here.
It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
Somebody was on an oxygen tank. Did they just leave their oxygen tank behind?
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
What Edie was in that chair. Can I turn that lamp on? No.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
I can't stop just looking at all the details. This is what...
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
Honestly, it kind of blows me away. Environment working here. I would love a room like this. Reading room. Oh, too close. Oh, my daughter would love this. She is so into bugs. She'd be upset if these were specifically killed for this, though. But if they were already dead and then displayed, she'd be okay. She loves bugs. She is a spider kid. She lets the spiders just crawl on her like she's some spider god. She saves all the bugs from people trying to squash them. Right? Did they play music?
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Oh, shit. That's the basement, but you control the power from the basement? Do I have to get in there to turn the power back on? Barbara. Oh, I gotta...
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Wow. Back to the kitchen. We don't need to go back to the kitchen. Could have come into the front door, but we didn't. Should I open up this door? Can I open up this door? Or was that actually the only way in the way?
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Oh wait, Milton's dead too. Everybody's dead? Milton's dead. Everybody's dead. Alright. Okay. Spirit among us. Oh.
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
What's in there? Anything? Oh look, I can see myself. I am wearing a ring. I have a ring around my neck. Any other details that are worth mentioning? Is there a mirror? This, can I get up there? Want to go up there right now? Not know. What the hell is that? What is that?
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
Alright. That's not creepy as shit. Alright. Well, that is like really done up. They're like, no air in here. They're holding the ghosts in there. Meow. Meow. Okay, so. Gosh, this house is actually cool. I want to live here. I don't care if it's haunted. I don't care if they kill me. I want this house.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Oh, that's that's creepy as hell. Jesus. Don't do that to me. Alright, got
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up. Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
You gonna fit that? That would be weird. The house key. Okay. Interesting.
Turns out,
Open that up.
my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
Huh.
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of. From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Wait, how old was Milton?
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead. I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole.
Molly? That shiny thing.
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
These kids like locked up in their own rooms.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here. Before my mom sealed the doors.
(1937 to 1947).
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat. The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Where's the gerbil? Where's the gerbil? Don't eat the gerbil.
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
Oh, Mom. I thought about why is I thought about in the bowl? It's supposed to be like that. Heck. Oh my gosh.
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
That was wild. Yeah, don't eat the fish. Sorry, Christopher. I was so confused. Like, is this a glitch? Is this on purpose? That was wild. Alright. Okay, there's a door over here. Wants to see before we go over there? Door. Oh, bathroom. Just get our own bathroom. Reach up
I
there,
kept
Molly?
eating and eating.
Ew. Poor kid.
I ate a lot of things that night.
Oh, don't eat those. Don't eat those, Molly. Oh, Molly.
Then I heard chirping outside my window.
Oh.
It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
What? What? Don't eat the bird, Molly. Oh dear, Molly.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Where'd you go, birdie? Can't see where the bird went. Where'd you go? Ah. Hear the purring. I'm gonna get you. Ooh. Ready? Gotta line it up with the moon. Alright. Where from here?
I jumped and I almost got her.
Where's my cat coordination? I want to get on the chair. Why can't I get on the chair? There we go.
I could tell she was getting really tired.
I'm gonna catch you, bird. My dinner.
Now I
What?
was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
Oh yeah, we're gonna eat that mama bird. Let me get over there. How do I get over there? Can I climb the tree? I'm a cat. Get in my belly.
I gobbled her up,
Whoa.
and suddenly I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Where are little teeth nibbling in the grass?
Rabbits. I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit.
This is why you never make your kids go to bed hungry. See what happens? Send your kid to bed without dinner, and they morph into animals
A mama rabbit.
and demolish the local wildlife. I don't know where the rabbit is. Get back in the air. Controls are pretty intuitive because, I mean, I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm kind of doing the right thing. Oh, shoot, don't hit that. Oh, you're mine now.
She was
We'll eat
almost
ya.
too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
What the hell? That looks painful. This is weird. Let's go. Come on, shark bowling, baby. 10 fin strike.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean.
Freaking far.
Now,
All right.
I was hungrier than ever.
What are we gonna eat now? Dun, 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 dun. I see something over there. Choo-choo.
I wanted fat, juicy seals.
Oh yeah. Get over here, seal. Back here, seal. Can I jump out of the water? Jaws? No. Where'd my seal go? I'm hungry. I feel like I can't get under it. Ugh. Seal hunting is hard. Back here, seals. I gotta try and get lower. Every time I get close to it, I just come up automatically. Get it! Get it! Oh, crunch!
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Yeah. Where's the rest of her?
Grabbed on tight. When I was so hungry,
Oh, I'm
I
so
jumped out of
hungry.
the water.
It's almost
When I
lunchtime.
opened my eyes, everything had changed.
Ah, where am I now? The hell? Am I a snake? The hell am I?
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
People hunting now, baby.
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
Oh man! Ah, right.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
Somebody sounds drunk.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And to cross the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
Am I still a monster? Monster swims? Oh, I sure do.
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Man. Where am I going?
I got closer and closer.
I'm gonna eat myself?
All of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
Wow. Damn, Molly, you dark. Hey, my kids have the same cat.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Oh, you're a cat somewhere. Is there a cat here? Oh, Georgia would love this game. Cat? What are you doing around here?
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Weird.
I spent
That's
a
so
lot of
weird.
time in Great Grandma Edie's room.
What's she reading? Norwegian folktales.
We got along, and it was a good place to hide from my mom.
That's interesting.
Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune.
Anything else on this here?
Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan.
We have two of these
On January 7th,
stereoscope
1937,
devices.
he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
I'd actually buy a film disc
But
of
40
this if
foot
they
waves
sold
off
that
the
as
coast
like
of
a.
Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
Collector's
Odin's
piece.
daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house. Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Guess so. Am I supposed to find the background about all these names here? Their stories? Odin, 1880 to 1937. he write this book? There's some occult shit going on. I think the great majority. That would be dead people. Lewis. 1988 to 2010. All the hands. A lot of hands. What do we have here?
Lewis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
Is it a transfer print or a painting on a slab of painting on a slab of wood?
Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones.
Oh, Lurpy. Death Memorial bedroom. Oy. Dead Bird Paradise. Alright, is there anything in here for us to check out? This! Ooh, look at all those fancy hats. My friend Bigfoot. Random junk. Weird America. The Finches. Conspiracy Now.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious. When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't. I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
Oh no, Edie won't go.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity. Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother. The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom.
Ugh.
It was a pretty big trace.
Oh, that looks like a secret passage. The old chair in the shower trick. In here? This. Ugh. I hate carpeting in a bathroom. It is so disgusting. There's carpet on the toilet cover. But I do approve of booze in the bathroom, though. Approve of that. Good, there's no like mirror reflection. Probably done on purpose. All right, let's. What does that say? Secret in the bathroom? Is that what it says? Read on that. There we go. Secret in this bathroom. There it is.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book. Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
A dark room. Developing film. I feel like I have to look at every detail here. You can put so much work into this, obviously. I don't want to miss anything. Down here. More booze. Hey. This game does a good job of like guiding you through it. Knowing where to go. Cigarette butt. Smoke 'em, Joe. Smoke 'em, Joe. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. Ammo bed. The Marine Corps veteran. Slides. Slides. Right, Sam Finch. Tell me your secrets. Roped off Fort Calvin. Alright. There's gotta be something to show me in here, right? That's where we... No, I don't want to go back in. It won't let me pass the rope. You can't cross the rope.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him.
Oh. Wait a minute. This... Okay. Very old. Calendar. So the twin died. December 1961, I'm assuming. He just closed off his spot. Left it as a child's room while
I guess my
Sam
grandpa didn't
grew
like
up.
history any more than my mom did.
His life on the other side of the room.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
You get to control the legs.
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom, and he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again, and he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it.
Uh-oh.
I
We're getting
told
pretty
him
high
running
here.
around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that,
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up, then maybe he'd still be here.
I know where this
But
is
I
going, and it's still making me anxious.
I think he'd already
Oh.
made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Getting a little rumble in my controller here. Oh. Holy shit.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he
Wow.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
One tragedy after another. Oh man. Jeez.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
All right. Hi. Anything here? Do I go back the way I
Mom said
came? Is
Grandpa
there...
Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Am I supposed to leave the way I came? All sealed up. So that's not the way to go. Oh, we got another something over here. Ah. There it is. Huh. Wild. Oh.
The passages were a
Spooky,
pretty
scary.
tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Who's drinking so much down here?
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Should I go back to the other room or should I stay here? Alright, Barbara, we're sealed off there.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
I love how every room is like a time capsule from the, year when the person died, like different decades and everything. That's so clever. It's so cool. There's so much to unpack. Oh, who's this handsome fella in the Speedo over there? Who's that? 3D glasses. Barb Street. Alright. Tell me your secrets, Barbara.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of
This is the Crypt
Barbara
Keeper.
Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
Now we know how to get into the basement.
Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
I'm controlling it now. Ever since the music box, I've taken control of this story. Music.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Smash it. You're gonna jump scare me.
Oh dear!
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was
You're
just
right,
trying to
Rick.
scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, You're dead, Walter.
Got my crutch. I would play a whole game where I wreck people with a crutch. Smash a pumpkin. Come here.
Walter, are you there? Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Oh,
I
shit.
returned, saw the hookman, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara. There's got to be another way out of here.
Alright, Barbara. Go out the window? Oh. Where's the secret? Oh, yeah. Oh, wait! There we go.
That night, she played her part beautifully.
Alright, alright. Come on, Barbara.
Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges grow.
Crack!
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
We'll get you, boy. Alright. I'm going back down. Going back down. That guy's gonna be gone, isn't he? One of those egg chairs?
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
All right.
dying to speak to young Barbara. At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
You were wonderful.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor
Good job, Barbara.
She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding
Yeah, where are
under
you,
his
Walter?
bed the whole time. He took it
Bitch.
all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
It's definitely an homage to Tales from the Crypt Keeper. And it was wonderfully done.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Cool. Maybe I need to head back to that other room, and we know how to get into the basement now. I think that's where I have to go. You got her own doll? Aw.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Oh, I said open. Okay. Oh wait, are we back? Where are we now?
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara. Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
This is where it all happened. Alright, so we're back out. We're at the shark room. I think we're supposed to go open up the box
funny.
now.
All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
Yes. She's telling me to go do the music box. So that's what we're gonna do. I can pick up what you're putting down. I catch your vibe. What little stutter there? Honestly, I'm amazed this looks as good on the Nintendo Switch as it does. A couple stutters here and there, not a big deal. Alright, that music box was there yet? Is that it? Yeah. It's so dark. There we go. We did it. Over here. Let's turn the lights on. Helpful. There's your billiards table. Interesting. Pick up that stick. Gotta be away. Lights.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Oh, these are the wood slabs that she did her paintings on. Cool detail. They keep everything so cohesive.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents.
I don't know what I'm looking at. It's so dark.
It turned out
There's
she
some
was
light
hiding
here.
more than that.
What the hell?
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone.
Be a very
She
good
said
generator.
after Barbara
to run
died, he
still.
got as far away as he could. If there's a
Where's the fuel
pattern in all
coming
these
from?
stories,
Oh, somebody's living here still. Come on. What the hell? Vegetable.
I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
Groundhog Day.
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
I like the music. I could just vibe out to that for a while.
It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave. Well, I still can.
Also more mushrooms there. Can't go past here. I can't go past here. I want to see what's over there. All right.
I know it's out there, somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there,
Train track.
I want you to know I'm ready for it.
Don't
I'm
think
going
you
to
were.
appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Oh, were those... Was he eating peaches or mushrooms? I thought he was eating mushrooms, but they're peaches.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Hold off on that. Let's see. Just fake window. You can feel like he's outside. Poor Walter. All right. I think we're gonna go down. Gonna bring us outside, right? Maybe. Tracking the curse. Virtual warfare.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house...
Model parts.
I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
What is this? All his garbage? Is that where he dumped his garbage? Eyes. Go through here?
Trying to bury something that's still alive. I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself. And found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Used to be a utility train track, I believe, that ran around the island.
I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family.
Solar powered lights. Who's she talking to? I thought you should know about your family. Who is she talking to? Spreading the curse. You have a kid? Are you
And the
pregnant?
history you're a part of.
Am I pregnant? Wait, I'm only 17. Am I pregnant? Is that a pregnant belly? Wait a minute. Is that a wedding ring? An engagement ring? Are we learning something right now?
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
You talking to me? I feel lost. I feel pretty lost.
I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
These turning on as I walk by? Or are they turning on because the sun just went down? Yeah. A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. What is going on over there? There's a light going off over there. Anybody who likes this game and hasn't played Oxenfree, I highly recommend that game. There's a sequel, Oxenfree 2. I have not played that yet. Oxenfree is amazing. Different art style.
And when you look at the house,
Similar vibe.
that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
Okay. One up there. Can I just leave? Can I just go? I don't want to experience this anymore. It's scary. Beep. Beep. Where the hell am I supposed to go? Yeah.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Good point. Is that where I'm going? Am I going to the cemetery?
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Oh, Oliver the bunny. Oh. Oh no. Christopher the fish. Didn't eat him. Derpy Jr. Chirpy, Furpy, Lurpy. Chirpy.
Sven built the
One of the
house,
birds.
but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
She lived a long life. Oh, here's a cool detail. Barbara was born and died on Halloween. Huh. That's interesting.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
Focus. How do I focus?
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Right, what now? What now? I missed something in here, did I? Got it. Go back. Get the light out again.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself. But looking back on it now, If she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
There it is. She is pregnant. Didn't step on that glass, huh?
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
What was that? Oh, like little homemade birdhouses? Bird feeders? All right.
They were both pretty intense. Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Sam, what do you have going on here? Photos? Steve?
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged. Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it?
This is cool.
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
Oh, this takes me back to my previous life as a photographer. Alright, what does she want to take pictures of?
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
Oh, let's get that woodpecker. I think it's a. Oh, that's a. Well, it's a finch. Focus that close.
Aw.
Aw. Hi, birdie.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Not. What's that? Cooler.
Nothing quite like being outside.
I don't want to see my dad peeing. Don't know where he is. Alright. What am I going to take a picture of now? He is there? Why am I not seeing him? It's over there. I am just not seeing too much. That's very worth taking a picture of at the moment. The Bigfoot back there? What's that? I want to find Bigfoot. Alright, game, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to take a picture of? Does it matter? bird? Did the finch fly away? Am I supposed to photograph that finch again? I don't know. What's over here? Oh, get these critters. Alright. I don't really love the framing here, but we're gonna take that picture. This is where you would see Bigfoot. Where are you, Bigfoot? This music is very relaxing. I still don't know what to take a picture of. Probably doesn't matter so much. I might be overthinking this. Just take a picture, right? Just take just run out the film. That. Just a rock. Love rocks.
Oop. A little more gas in the tank, I guess.
Hold still while I take a picture.
Hey!
That's a keeper.
I picture my dad pissing. Ain't that
I'm just
something?
saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years.
What's up, Dad? Oh yeah, let's get our fish.
Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip.
Poor Calvin.
Grandpa's Fen taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. We found an old
Look what happened to
logging
him.
trail. There were deer everywhere. I bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time.
I saw a buck.
Give me a minute to check the map.
Okay. I'll get to photograph a buck. Focus. There we go.
Let's see. Maybe.
Come on, Dad, you got it.
Don, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph?
No. No.
Could have been.
Good thing.
You don't need to waste any more film on me, kiddo.
Alright. Alright, Dad. I'm looking for something else now, huh? Looks like Solar Ash had some update data. Yeah. Oh, look at that.
Good eyes, Don.
Look at that.
Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Oh, I've sent you a gun, haven't I? Haven't I? Have I? No, I'm still can't. Where'd it go? Something's changed. Something's changed. Oh,
Dad,
okay.
I...
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Focus on your target. Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Now keep yourself squared up, elbows down, like we practiced. Whenever you're ready. Great shot, Dawn!
Venison on the table tonight. She's sad. Oh, we're gonna do a selfie?
I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
Come on, get up there.
Sorry, Dawn. Just gotta reset the timer.
Okay. Alright. Gotta run. Run!
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Oh shit! I didn't see that coming. I did not see that coming. Alright.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
We'll have Gregory, Gus, Don, Milton, Lewis, Sanjay? Ingeborg? Evie? Alright.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Well, I don't intend to. Get knocked off a cliff by a hawk. Where are we going now?
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Ooh, I want that. All right. That's one creepy looking portrait of a child.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
I'm controlling the frog right now.
Come over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw. What his world was like.
Kind of fun.
It reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination. Whatever it was he saw, it sure made him happy.
I'm gonna bounce off this.
I know how silly it sounds. But I worried about a baby being too happy.
I kind of feel like a baby right now.
I feel him slipping away.
There's all this.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you
Okay,
did
Mama.
everything you could.
Oh, your necklace really sticks to
Maybe
you.
if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
Oh. Am I gonna drown in the bathtub? That's kind of devastating.
I wish he could have told us about the world he saw. There's so much I don't understand about everything. But I know what happened wasn't your fault. I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
That was rough. was only a year old. Ooh, okay. Okay.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
A little more stuttering going on. Kite Simulator 2020.
I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that
I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Oh, it's a wedding down here. Alright. What bad stuff's gonna happen now?
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Oh, do it. Yeah, Gus.
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Dang.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
Ooh, I'm causing a bit of a windstorm here. Right. Gathering more stuff.
The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder." I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
Damn, Gus.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
I like the name Gus. Climb this wall? Oh,
My
I
mom
can.
moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
All right.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Okay. Fly to India. I don't want to go down. I don't want to go down. No, 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 no. Don't make me go down. I wasn't done. I was not done yet. Let's go back up. Dang it. Something else I wanted to look at. I'm faster. Pregnancy be damned. Gotta check out here.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later.
Peeking around the corner here.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go.
Hey, Dom.
I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. And to see kids in the house again.
All these dead gardens.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
Where they just like kept adding on. They wouldn't reuse any rooms. They just keep adding rooms. Each new
And
kid.
for a while, things were good. Almost normal. But it didn't last.
Homeschooled. What else you can do on the island? A sweet laptop. For a second I thought Sanjay was MAGA, but no. Teach to learn. Dawn Finch. She was sort of religious. This is the first like religious, aside from the occult, religious
The
character.
beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Over here. So beautiful though. So much love put in this game. Let's get in there. Oh, hello, sir. Looking mighty dapper. Milton seems fun.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Flip book. Look how nice my nail looks. Cool, Milton, I like it.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
That's all we're getting from Milton? That's all we're getting from Milton? Come on, there's more than Milton. Milton, my boy. Real? That's all we get from Milton.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
Go down? Or we are all the way down. Alright. That's it. Crazy, this was his like bedroom out here all by himself. No wonder he disappeared. Come on now.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
Sure enough, sure enough. Just go back. Hey, don't go this way. Very satisfying footsteps. Alright.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Louis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
No, there's nowhere to go up to. But I take that ladder over here instead. That's how we got all that tuna. Right. Oh, open it. Sometimes it's tricky to figure out. Or is it locked? Or am I not doing it right? That's confusing. What'd I do? Has to be it, right? A little awkward. Alright, let's get in here.
Louis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
This is cool.
Lewis and I spend a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a
Me
lot.
too, Lewis. Well, yeah. What we got? Drugs, some sodies, games, VHS. What's that say? The Red King's Dream. All right, Lewis, I have a feeling yours is going to be an interesting story. Oh.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery. But he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind
I am
began
controlling
to...
this, by the way. Oh, what's my mind doing? What's my mind doing?
Wander.
Oh. Ah!
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth.
Trying to control the fish and the labyrinth character at the same time.
He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats.
That's kind of cool. Uh-oh.
And toads.
Ooh, no, what's this?
And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more.
Ooh.
I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss.
Tricky.
But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on.
This game is surprising in so many ways.
I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him. all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination, so he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor, and he won.
Good for me. Him.
They begged him to stay,
For us.
but his mind was already wandering. It became a
so
game
weird.
for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville.
Nice. Crash.
St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Louis kept sailing on. In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a beautiful prince. The prince was on his own quest for
serpents.
Sinister serpents.
What?
He followed the sound of his
Yeah, we need some
electric sitar. His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination.
It's so tricky
He
to
was so
coordinate
proud of
both.
having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
He became a god.
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Louis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Am I still chopping fish? That's me with the marijuana. This is my locker.
He began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Louis, the cannery worker. began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Who are you? Where am I going? I go to hurt myself here? Over here? What you doing, Lewis? Lua. Alright, well. Usually, oh, I'm going up here. Couldn't tell there were stairs there. I'm gonna go on the
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. Palace would be packed with his companions. Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him.
Calico? Is that our stray cat?
His prince waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do.
Behead me? Oh, yep. Okay.
Bend down his head.
Yep. Alright. Chop.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Damn.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Dawn. Sanjay. Edie.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left.
Stepped on those packing cadets.
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
My grandmother had this exact, I think it was this exact thing on her wall. That's crazy.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
Right, we want to see our childhood room.
But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now was to tell you about that last night. That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
So dark. We must go to the light.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
Crazy.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning, okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out.
In a dream within a dream.
It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. but I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around.
Was she?
For a while, I wandered.
I'm wandering.
I started seeing things.
Whew.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them.
I thought that was the lost boy for a second. What the hell is that? Oh, leave me alone.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car.
Let's go recover that book.
I never saw Great Grandma Edie again.
Hi, Great Grandma Edie.
The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it.
That's cool.
A few years went by.
I want to blow it.
My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you.
I like being
But now
born.
I hope you'll never see it.
Pop out of a vagina right now.
I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself.
This is a birth canal.
But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
I want to go back. Go back. Go back. No.
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, But I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Jesus Christ. Hey, she was born on Valentine's. God. I want it to end. I don't want it to end. I'm not ready. This game is a masterpiece. I did not expect to jump into something this good. That is a pi squared out of 10 game. This thing is incredible. Jeez. I don't know how much I uncovered. I don't know what percentage of the game I did, if I missed anything. I'm sure I missed something. Holy. Usually when I'm done with the game, I'm like, I'm done. I'm done. This one, I actually like, it left me wanting more. Just like a really good movie. It's probably them. I don't play a lot of just strictly narrative games, walking simulators, if you want to call them that. I don't do a lot of those, but this was one, and it was really well done. They really made the most of the medium. And it performed well on Switch. I mean, there were some stutters here and there, but I mean, surprised at the quality of the images, the graphics. If there's any kind of game where you would sacrifice a little bit of performance for better graphics, it would be this kind of a game. I wanted to go back to the present time, to go back into the library. This is cool how they did this. Call me to playtest your next game, and you can borrow my idea about the viewfinder. Sell those picture discs. I'll buy some. Fuck. That was a wild ride. All right. Gonna have to sit on this one a bit. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope I didn't spoil it for you if you hadn't played the game before. I hope you didn't watch, honestly. That's crazy. All right. Thanks, everybody.